Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Tuesday. Happy New Year everyone, ladies.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Oh,
Welcome
everyone's,
back.
yes, it's good to have the full crew together. You may not notice we're in a little different spot today and we're putting together our new studio, only
That's
the best.
exciting.
Since the happiest day of Chrissy's year last year, the renewal of Travel Talk Tuesday, we have been putting together the pieces for our new studio. So we're very excited and we're here, and Roy's not happy because he's not here.
Outside.
He's outside crying. So if you hear any whimpering, that's sad Roy that's bummed out that he can't join us. So
Got kicked out.
voted off the island. So everyone have a good New Year's?
Yeah.
Very talkative. This is great. What a great start to another year of Travel Talk Tuesday. It is. All right, so it's good to be back. I have a little agenda, believe it or not. It's our
Little.
well, this is multi-page.
two-pager.
Well, Tamara got involved, so there's a lot of we got a lot to cover today. Okay, but it's gonna be good. We welcomed everyone back. Hopefully, everyone had a good New Year's. I think all of us had a good time, right?
Yeah.
Nothing too wild, I believe.
Well,
right?
I don't know about us, but what about you?
Well, I was not on a cruise ship, but I was on another good form of travel, an all-inclusive. If you're on Facebook, you may have noticed I posted some pictures and information because Chrissy, our all-inclusive specialist, got us my family a great resort called the Majestic Mirage in Punta Cana. We had a great time, a wonderful resort. So thank you for that, Chrissy.
Sure.
A wonderful resort for all of you people looking for great food, a phenomenal steakhouse. Let me tell you, great steakhouse, a great hibachi restaurant. Where they do the flips, but it was like really good hibachi. And the guy that was doing he was like more of a performer, more so than sometimes you see here in the States. It was very good. And lots of lobster, shrimp, very good.
Really?
But yeah. So my tummy is still recovering, but it was good. Nice bars, wonderful service, beautiful resort, all suites.
Nice.
So you had 2 real rooms with doors double, and you had a soaking tub in the bathroom. The everyone's patio terrazzo or whatever it's called terrace had a jacuzzi tub and stuff. Now, I didn't give a show to anyone, so I didn't use that one. But everyone really loved all those little things every room had. Fully stocked bar, a fridge in there, and stuff like that. The kids' fridge, because 2 of the kids, younger ones, were in a room together, and we said just keep it popping water, and those idiots kept stocking it with beer.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, these are kids; they don't need beer in their fridge. But excelente. That's their big saying now. Excelente. I will say, lots of good entertainment. One of the nights they had they had music like a DJ, and this guy, it's a new thing now. There was these canvases, and he was painting these big crazy things, and then when they flip it over, you could see what the image is. You couldn't tell what it is right way up, but when they flipped it, it was a cool one of the show kind of thing, but they sold the stuff, of course.
Yeah.
There was a Godfather one and I couldn't resist. So I have a big honking thing now that I'm going to have to, it's big, of the Godfather. It's really cool.
Do you really?
I ended up buying one. It
Oh
broke
my
down.
gosh, I didn't know that.
How big is big? Like, are we talking feet or inches?
Tamara, this is a kid-friendly show. So I'll say it's a very large one and it'll stand out. So it's cool though. And I got to see the guy paint it upside down. He did a lot of ones. There was a cool Kobe Bryant, a cool Michael Jordan one.
Wow.
My brother-in-law got Frank Sinatra, which was their song for their wedding.
Oh, cool.
And the guy signed it Christmas
Oh, nice.
2022 and then his name. So it really meant a lot to them because this is their 20th anniversary, Liz and Mike, so 20th. A lot of cool. They had, who's the big reggae guy? Bob Marley was one of them. Marilyn Monroe, a lot of cool, and when you got to see it done live, it was it was entertaining. I'll say that it was cool, and I think they do that at some of the basketball. I've seen Cavs games; they have that where they do that. So a lot of cool. They did Cirque du Soleil kind of a show one night, a Michael Jackson show, but I liked this show. It was really live. It was cool.
Did you get out and do the Macarena or
No.
any line dance?
No, I don't know. They wanted me. No, I did not. I did not participate in any of that. But there was a lot of that stuff. There was a couple foam parties there. I watched from a distance the one time. The other time I was taking a little siesta. But
That's kind of creepy.
I know.
well, my nephews and nieces were in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a couple that was celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, just like my parents. So from Iowa, there's a lot of Iowa people. So we were talking, and so it was interesting. And avoiding the foam. Sometimes you come out of those foam parties dirtier than when you went in, which is just not right. So
I don't get the fun party.
no, yeah. I mean, there was a DJ that was fun, but So if you're looking for a great all-inclusive, I would highly recommend that you book with Chrissy to this majestic
Yes.
Mirage. There's 2 other resorts there, but that were all together. It was really nice. So
I'm glad you made it. It was a little challenging travel-wise over the last.
we were
couple
nervous,
weeks.
very nervous. Luckily, we were not on an airline that kind of crashed. I won't say the name, but there was an airline that kind of crashed about their technology, I believe. But yeah, we did luck out. The airport was not bad. Christmas Day is not a bad time to
it's not.
travel.
No.
It was not bad.
Good.
And then getting back was easy. So.
Good.
But it is good to be back in our new studio. It's beautiful. So, all right, we got a good show. So, Tamara recommended, and I think this was a great idea, that we kind of look back and do like a best of 2022. Okay? Big year for us at the Good Life Travel Company. A big year for all of us personally, and a lot of accomplishments, a lot of good things this past year. So we thought we'd look back and kind of focus on some of the highlights of this past year. Okay, so I've got a long list of ideas and questions I'm going to throw out for you to respond. Stay on task, ladies. Okay, a good year for our good TGLT. We talked about that. Okay, good. I'd like to. We're going to do a behind the scenes. We're going to part the curtain. And first, we're going to look at your best, the Good Life travel memories from this year so that people can kind of see how much fun we really have behind the scenes here. So, what is your favorite, the Good Life travel memory from this past week? Not necessarily a travel experience, but we have interesting times here in the office. So, what was your highlight? What was a great memory? Whoever wants to go first, whoever remembers, can go first.
I can go.
This was not scripted by. She looks like she's scripted.
But look at this. Chrissy's got it all typed out in red. Look at that.
This last yesterday.
All right.
Handwritten.
Wait, can I point out these were not written by me though? This typing out that she has this cheat sheet. I didn't write their answers. Okay, we'll make
No,
this.
I think it's funny how yours is all neatly typed out. Mine's handwritten scribbles,
And I got
you
nothing.
have
But so these are their answers. I want to make sure I'm not looking like I wrote this thing. Okay,
No,
this
this
is
was a lot of information to do. So yeah,
Okay,
I
so
just
what was your
opened
greatest-
my Google Doc and messed around.
She followed rules using Google Docs. That's good. Okay, all right, good.
Okay.
Best
so
memory.
My favorite memory was our group Virgin Voyage cruise. It was my birthday, and it was a great group of friends. And my mom was there, and Brett was there, and it was such a wonderful. A lot of my answers pertain to that. I didn't get to do a whole lot of travel this year, and just starting out, but that trip was amazing. And then Tam did a shake for champagne there for my birthday, and they brought the bucket of champagne to us, and that was fun.
Chrissy did not share.
You went to bed.
We don't need to get into details, okay?
I think
Tamara,
there's a
let's
picture of me
refocus.
walking around the ship holding the bottle by the neck and just having a great time. So that was, that was my best memory.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wonderful. Tamara?
Mine was our first day that we were all together as a team, and to me, it's been just fascinating to watch us start with an idea. Oh no, what's wrong?
No, I'm remembering that first day around the dining room table.
Yes.
Yeah, for those of
Do we
you
have
who
another
don't
chair?
know, we started in my dining room at my dining room table, and we look at what we've done in a year. The three of us. We had some help from other people too, but it's kind of, to me, that was a fun day when we were dreaming and planning and talking about what we want to do with this business.
And how are we going to do it?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it. And we booked 180 trips this last year. That's a lot of trips to book.
Wow.
That
I'm
is.
kind of fascinated by that. So
Yeah.
My favorite memory, I should have brought a prop because we have what I call a victory bell here in the office. And so whenever we have a big achievement or we cross a milestone or I think one time 3 of us booked at the same time kind of a thing, we pull out the bell, at least I do.
Ring the bell.
I like ringing it loud. Tamara will do kind of a wing, wing, wing. Chrissy feels bad because Roy does not. The dog does not like the bell, so he goes and runs in the corner. Tough, whatever. And so we ring the bell. So I love, my memory is always ringing that bell, every big achievement we've had, and it's sitting there. I should have brought it because it is a fun thing.
I see it over there.
But I will say it was very hard on yesterday morning when I went into our little computer program and it said sale 0.
I know.
Reset.
I know, wasn't
It
it?
was not an easy morning. I was like, oh, how are we going to pay the
I have a
bills?
picture of our end of year, which we can I'll share.
And celebrate and ring the bell. We should ring the
okay.
bell. Okay, good.
Yay.
All right, that's a good one. Okay, so we've all done a lot of training. We've talked about a lot of training here. That we've gone to places. We've done our computers, interactive webinars, lots of different training. So I want to know what your favorite training experience was, whether it's an online thing, whether it was an in-person thing, whether it was a webinar, kind of what was your best training? What did you get the most out of?
Well, I thought it was a travel training, which I'm hoping to get more done this year, and do have some opportunities for that. But that ALG Pro that I did, I learned a lot.
And what's ALG for our watchers, viewers?
Apple Leisure Group.
Okay.
And then it's a lot of the all-inclusives are in there. So I did that recently and got that all finished and became a master. But the one training that I did was Universal. We all went to Universal and did Universal training. And that was a great trip. And we got to see some lovely properties and hotels and experience it with other travel agents. And we met people, which was nice because we had pretty much just started out. And so that was mine.
Okay, very good. Tamara?
Mine was Portugal and Madeira. I like training when I'm on the ground. You can actually experience it and ask questions of the people that are there and network. And that one, I gotta tell you, Madeira blew me away. I cannot wait to send people there and go back myself. That was
Well, you did book someone there, didn't you?
Portugal, not Madeira,
Okay.
but yeah, that was a great FAM.
Okay.
And training.
For all of our viewers, what is a FAM?
Familiarization tour, but it was a conference and a FAM, so back to back. But it was great.
Okay. For me, I think the STAR program is a part of Cruise World. We got these one-on-one sessions, kind of like speed dating, but with these representatives from all the different companies. And while it was very intensive, it was like four afternoons in a row, and boom, 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 after one after another. It was very helpful, and I got a lot of pointers and other things they've already kind of implemented that I thought, oh, that's a good idea, that's a good idea. And you know, it was so quick that it really forced you to kind of get to the nitty gritty. What was the most important thing that I need to get from them? And what was the most important thing they wanted to share with me? So it was really kind of intense, but very beneficial, I thought. I think the one-on-ones were good. So, but all the training, I mean, most training we did was probably good.
We did a lot of
We
training.
did a lot of training.
Yeah, we
this
really
year.
did.
You know, and then we're working on a new website, and Tamara wants our certification on there. I'm like, oh my God, it'll be 10 pages for each of us. And as I look, we're really certified in a lot of stuff. So when you see our new website, you'll be able to click this thing and kind of see all the training and all the certifications. And even those certifications don't show all the different levels, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of training whether people realize it. It's not just going out and training on site,
Yeah.
but behind the scenes training on a computer and stuff. That's intense stuff. So,
Yep.
okay, this is a fun one. Favorite lunch memory?
So here, probably about, I don't know what time, 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Now?
Somebody starts saying, I'm hungry. So lunch has become like an important thing for us. But my favorite, I'm going to break a rule.
Oh my goodness.
My favorite, well, gosh, now I'm thinking of something else I really like.
I have a hunch, I think, what are you going to say?
I love when you bring us those croissants for breakfast.
I forgot about the croissant.
But I
Glazed
also
croissants.
like when we go to the sail in for
Yeah.
breakfast.
That's what I thought you were
on
gonna
Fridays,
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Those glazed croissants are good too. But
Yeah, a lot of Friday mornings we'll sometimes go for breakfast a little
Yeah.
bit early.
like at 10:30, 11
Yeah.
o'clock
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah, or early
Yeah.
lunch, but yeah, breakfast, yeah.
I like the pierogies.
Oh, yeah. Thanks to my Aunt Rita.
Yes, so Tamara has this wonderful Aunt Rita who makes the most wonderful pierogies.
Yeah.
And one day we were hungry, and she's like, "How about if I make some pierogies?" So we all had some caramelized.
Hold
onions.
on. We all?
Oh, you weren't here.
Someone was not in the office
That's
at that
right,
time.
that's right.
And they had a party without me.
Caramelized onions and sour cream, and oh my God, they were so good. That was
They
my
are
favorite
good.
lunch.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I have a favorite, because most of the time I like, I should
Probably baby pizzas.
I do like pizza. That's my favorite food. So whenever we have pizza, I'm in a good mood. So yesterday, before my healthy lifestyle, we had pizza for lunch, along with some other fried foods. So it was good. It was delicious. So we love lunch. Favorite client story. Now, you don't need to say any names, but a favorite story of a client's?
Mine would probably be just this past weekend. So I had a couple that were going to, I have a lot of wonderful people that travel, first-time travelers. These were first-time travelers who wanted this dream trip for Christmas. And with the storm of the century that hit, over Christmas. We had some flight cancellations and then rebooking and then flight canceled again. And they went to bed on Christmas Eve thinking they were not going to be able to get away to sunny Cancun. And I, at 12:30 in the morning, was calling because they were sleeping and got through and was able to tell them that they were on a plane the next day to Cancun.
Nice.
And they were so grateful, so happy. They had lovely weather, great excursions. I'm just so happy that it worked out for them because I know it didn't for a lot of people. So that made me feel good to do that for them.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cam?
Okay, so in October, I sent people to Portugal and Spain. It was a grandma and grandpa, and they were meeting their family who's lived in they live in like Nigeria right now. They were meeting in Lisbon, and we put together a customized tour for them. But I had found out that Grandpa likes older cars. So when I was talking to my partner in Portugal, he said, there's a car show just down the road from, a classic car show just down the road from where they'll be staying. Let's organize a day for them. So I was happy that he got to go with his wife, and I think they took some grandkids along with them. That just made me happy that they got to experience something he loves in a different country.
Good. Mine, actually, is a couple, and I think you guys would share this experience. When you book a new client that was referred, doesn't it warm your heart when it's like a previous client that we had booked in our short amount of time said they loved working with us so much that they sent someone else to us?
Yeah.
For me, that was a great one, and I always like that referral. So if you loved us, refer us. The other thing was, we did a bridal show.
Yes.
And one of the brides that called in, we were talking, and I said, "Oh, I'm surprised you remembered us," and all that stuff. She said, "Well, you guys were the fun booth," and I'm like, "Oh!" So I kind of felt like, yeah, those are good clients because they liked us, they remembered us because we were fun at the bridal show. So we booked the honeymoon, so that was another good fun one.
Yeah.
Okay. This kind of goes off that little piggyback, and we kind of covered a little bit here. But if you have another a favorite trip that you booked that was just real kind of different or unique or something like that.
So I do, as Michael said, all inclusives mostly. So those are always fun. But I met at the end of the summer with a woman who wanted a bucket list trip, the train trip on the Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
So her and her friend are going to go on Rocky Mountaineer, which is a train tour from Vancouver all across Canada to Banff and Lake Louise and then back. And they are so excited, and it was such a neat trip to put together, something unique. And what a wonderful product this is. They're just going to have a great time. And I did work with her just a couple weeks ago on their airfare and hotel, and it was so lovely to talk to them again. And they are so excited. So that
I'm
was
excited for them.
I am too. So
Can't wait to hear about it.
It was a neat, unique trip that I don't usually book on a daily basis, but to do that was fun.
And I think that's a good product. I think if
it's
you
an
want to try something
amazing
different or
product.
unique, this Rocky Mountaineer is probably something
It's
for you to.
bucket list material.
Yeah.
And you can do it here in the U.S. You don't have to go
Yep,
overseas.
you don't have to go to Canada, but they're going to be gone. I think seven nights. So so that's my most unique
All right, Tamara.
favorite trip.
Okay, so I have two. I'm sorry, I'm breaking rules. I sent two sisters to Italy, and they were in their young. Well, one's I think 20, one's in her mid 20s, but they went for 10 days, and it was so fun to pick out things for them to do, and they put their trust in me, and I guess I saw some pictures. Their mom showed me some pictures. It looked like they had a fantastic time. That was fun to do.
And that's one of the ones that is now doing a cruise with me with her
Oh,
friends.
yeah, that's right.
One of the
Yeah,
girls
yeah,
had
yeah.
so much fun working
Yeah.
with Tamara that she came back and said, "I want to do a group with my friends on a cruise, a Mediterranean cruise."
Yeah, that's right.
And they have a
I forgot about
cool itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a family reach out to me who had done a little bit of research on their own. They wanted to go to Italy for a really long time. So we worked together, got a trip, met with them, gave them all the lowdown, what they needed to do. But what I loved about this family is that they posted so much on social media. I could really go through their trip with them because every day they posted pictures, and even when they came home, they kept posting pictures and things about their trip in Italy. So that was heartwarming to see.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like groups, love booking groups, and so I'm working on a group now for someone who's celebrating a big milestone birthday, and she found this very unique itinerary on a cruise. And she's a fun lady. I think if you're thinking of who I'm talking about, fun lady, and she's getting a fun group together. That I told her I almost want to sneak along because the itinerary is amazing.
Yeah,
they're going to see Canary Islands, which is a top bucket list for me. They're going to see Morocco. They're going to go to Seville. I mean, some Spain. It's going to be awesome. Barcelona, and the trip it's an awesome itinerary. A phenomenal ship, a great group, and I think I've talked to some of the people on the phone, and I'm gonna have to warn Celebrity Cruises. I think about this group because they're gonna have a good time. They're gonna celebrate, and it seems like it's gonna be a blast. And so I think whether it's an all-inclusive, whether it's a tour, whether it's a cruise, travel is a great way to spend time with people you love, and you want to celebrate those big milestones, like my parents' 50th, even though they weren't there, or this lady's big birthday, whatever it is. I think travel is a great way to.
Do you remember how we celebrated my 50th?
Yes.
So we, do you remember? I forget. So Chrissy was like, let's go to one day for your birthday. I'm like, well, I think we can actually fly to Orlando for a day cheaper than buying a jet ticket. So we did. We went to Orlando. We went to Epcot for a day.
For the day.
We kind of drank a little bit around the world. Maybe.
Came home that night,
Yeah,
right?
we just,
Listen to one day?
Yeah, we went in the morning and came home
I remember.
at night.
I remember the hat. You had the ears that said 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
And again, that's not too crazy expensive. I mean, Epcot,
No.
the food, but the
When
airfare
your
was.
airfare was like $40.
It was like $38. That's
Yeah.
what, $45 for round trip ticket. And
Yeah, no luggage or anything,
No.
right?
It's
No
just like a
luggage.
purse.
You just hopped out with your purse.
Got an Uber.
Real
Uber
convenient at
drops-
the airport,
well,
easiest
and-
airport ever.
Well, then the Uber, if you take an Uber to the parks, they drop you right at the entrance, so you're not parking and walking through the parking lot. So yeah, it was a good
That
day.
was a good. I forget. They all start running together.
I know.
All right, so we're looking back at 2022. All of you that are just joining us now. Now I want to focus on travel, not just behind the scenes, the Good Life Travel Company, but we've all traveled this much, a lot this year. We always want to travel more, of course, but we all had our travel experiences. I want to know what was one of your travel highlights from 2022. If you were doing your memoirs or your scrapbook, or what would be one of your highlight?
Well, when Brett and I took the MSC cruise and we stopped at their private island, the Ocean Cay, it was so I don't know, sometimes when I'm feeling down or I think about that day because it was so warm and sunny. We had the perfect chairs under a palm tree, a bar behind us, all included, the ocean right in front of you, roped off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like two wave. You just float out there and
No fish, no sharks, no jellyfish.
nothing. And it was so it was just amazing. It was a wonderful day, and it was the perfect setting, and that's my favorite memory.
Yeah, a lot of those cruises have those private islands, but I think
it was
Ocean
just
Cay
the
is a
day.
really good.
It really was.
They did a nice job on that island. Very chill.
Yes.
It's cool. I mean, I'm not a beach person, but
And I remember
it's
getting
nice.
off the ship, and I sprinted because everybody's sprinting off to get a good seat or a good chair. And pulled these two chairs together under a palm tree, and we had the best spot. It was a great day.
She knocked over Ethel.
I did not.
Kicked Edwin while he was down just to get those spots. She knocked over a little kid who had their hands on the chair.
No, I was out there as soon as I was allowed to be. And yeah, it was great.
All right.
Yep.
Tamara, a highlight?
Okay, this was hard, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a little. This is a little off.
Oh.
Of course, yeah. It's nothing you would think of. So I was in Italy in late September, and I had a few days before I was meeting friends to go on a cruise. So I had a car, and I drove through Istria, which I loved doing. But my hotel in Trieste, Italy, was on a bay across from the port, and it was a lovely hotel, just a beautiful hotel, and I got upgraded, which was nice. I had a beautiful suite, and in my suite they had left me a bottle of wine and some pastries. So I had a just this beautiful patio that looked over the bay. So one of my best memories was just grabbing some wine, sitting at my patio, watching Italy go by and Trieste and boats come in and out, and but life is good.
Yeah.
Really, life is good, and I feel very fortunate to be right here, right now,
Yep.
enjoying La Dolce
I get that
Vita.
feeling. Yeah, that's how I felt that day.
Yeah.
It's just like I go back there sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My best fun memory was Oktoberfest in Munich, but that was a life is good moment too.
Yeah.
So
That's good. That's hard to pick one. All right, I think my Mediterranean cruise, because growing up in your textbooks, you see pictures of a lot of these sites, and then when you get to go in person and see them, and that was my first time ever cruising with Celebrity, and it was on one of the newer ships, and their new ships are like luxury ships, and it was an amazing experience. And I think it was just the place I got to see. That whole trip was just a place you got to visit, the itinerary, the boat, the food, the people. Met some great people on board. It was just a good experience all around.
Yeah.
Me and these three ladies became really good friends. We still message and stuff. I booked a couple trips for them, but they're fun. They were really fun. They could drink more than me. The older lady put 2 bottles of Prosecco every night away. I mean, it was fun. It was a great experience, and I'm working on a Mediterranean cruise for not this year, but next year for group, because I think a lot of people want to do it, and I'd say hands down it should be a bucket list thing, because it's cool to see some of these places. So,
Awesome.
Okay, Tamara, I'm gonna let you go first, so you can kind of explain this next one. Something you wouldn't want to come back, because that could be a little confusing. Something you wouldn't. What you said made a lot of sense to me. Like, oh yeah, but I couldn't think of something else. So.
Either someplace you wouldn't want to go back to, or something you would not want to come back when traveling. And mine was COVID tests.
That was mine too. That's what I.
And I'll take masks. I'm so over that. When I fly to Europe now, there are some airlines that require you to wear a mask on your flight, and those are long flights, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps us safe and everything, and I get that, but
that pre-COVID testing and the anxiety oh my gosh, if this is my trip's ruined if it comes back positive. Yeah, that I didn't like that.
I was more anxious. I wasn't anxious on the way there. I was more anxious
coming back,
be able to come home. I remember multiple times.
That's true. Yeah, we did that
too. With my kids, trying to figure out, okay, when can we take our test?
Yeah.
So that we can make sure that we're actually going to get home.
Yeah.
That it seems like such a long time ago, but it really wasn't. I was looking at pictures for the year. We went to Milan in February, and we have masks on. And I remember doing tests in the hotel. We had to get up at 4:00 in the morning to do
Brett and I did them in Cancun in June.
Yeah. So it wasn't that long ago, but adios to those things.
Well, I'll second that one. I think Christy sounds like she'll say that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, the weirdest or strangest or most surprising thing or custom you encountered. Just give us something strange, weird.
I didn't have anything for that.
Oh, I got a good one.
I didn't travel as much as you guys this year.
So in Milan, there is a shopping arcade, and the floor is made of mosaic tiles. So there is, and it's beautiful, but there is a mosaic tile of a bull, and the bull is exposed. Its male parts are there, and supposedly, if you put your right heel on the round objects, if you get what I'm talking about,
testicle.
Yeah, and you spin it around 3 times. It brings you good luck. So there's a pastry shop, and I tell my Good Life travelers to go to this pastry shop. You can sit and get a cup of coffee and a pastry and watch people spin around. And really, it's like sometimes you have to wait in line to spin around on it. And the tiles kind of have been worn down. It's like down to the dirt where his little testicles are. Yeah, and where people spin. I got pictures if you want to see them. But that's a weird custom.
That is
like,
weird.
How do those customs come about? Like, who thought, if I spin around 3 times on the little balls, that brings good luck. But
I think we're just going to leave it at that one.
All sorts of things to learn.
That's how we're going to leave there, because mine's got nothing on that. So we're going to skip that, okay? That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are your people.
Yeah, I do. I love my Italians. Okay. We're going to do a lightning round. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Because there's a lot here. Okay? Your favorite city that you visited this year?
Oh, this year?
Well, it's the flashback to 2022.
Oh.
Well, all right, Tam, we'll go first then.
So I ended up there twice this year, and it's Venice, Italy.
Oh.
Gosh, it's so magical and beautiful.
Mine's probably Old San Juan.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I really enjoyed that.
Santorini. I know Tamara thinks it's a little tourist, but I love it there because I was able to sit on a rooftop thing, had a little appetizer, a wine, and you could people watch, and you saw the blue ceiling domes and the boats in the water. It was beautiful.
Nice.
So, hotel.
Of this year, I would say that the Garza Blanca that I stayed in Cancun. After we did our cruise, I did a little visit to some different resorts, but we stayed at the Garza Blanca, which is a newer hotel there, and it was unreal. Gorgeous. Families can go there, but just beautiful. Views, rooftop bar with a pool. It was amazing.
Tim?
Savoy Palace in Madeira. Oh, just gorgeous.
I would say El Convento in Puerto Rico because first off, it looks like an old convent because it is an old convent.
Yeah.
But they did a great job remodeling it. Beautiful rooms.
Yeah.
Cool courtyard inside that was like a little where we had breakfast. But I think it was a bar too.
Yeah.
And then somehow they squeezed in like a little hot tub in the roof on one of these side roofs.
Oh, yeah.
Did a bunch of little
Yeah.
side roofs.
Yeah.
Like there was a bar side roof that we kind of had snacks and drinks one night. But then a couple steps up and over, there was a cool pool that we. It was a unique place. Those little boutique ones, which I always in the old days would like the big chains because you know what you're gonna get. But Tamara finds these little boutique ones that are really kind of cool,
great.
unique. That were it was nice.
Yeah, I like the hotel.
Okay, most beautiful landscape.
Mine was the Bernina Express going from Italy to Switzerland in the winter to St. Moritz, Switzerland. Gorgeous.
This was not complicated.
I know. Mine would probably be by the Copa Marina in
Oh yeah, that was great too.
That was pretty.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Just waking up in
Guanacaste.
that room and
Guanacaste.
and it was just it was beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful there.
Mine's anytime a cruise ship comes into a port because I love getting on the balcony or on the rooftop and you sit there relaxing, chilling with your coffee because it's usually in the morning, and watching you come in, watching the people sometimes, watching some ports there's like locals that'll come out and welcome or when you're leaving, waving goodbye, and just to see the scenery in some of these places is just it's fun. I think to do.
I like the opposite when you're leaving port, watching we call them the running of the drunks, people who are late. People who are going to miss the show.
Is that you, Chrissy?
I was there at a time.
That's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
All right. Wildlife moment. This was Tamara's idea.
Okay, so I did this because I know what Chrissy's going to answer, but then I thought, and this is a little weird, but in Puerto Rico, in I can't remember the name of the city, La Parguera, you go out on a boat to the Bio Bay where the little flagellates, when you jump in the water, they sparkle. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't see them unless they sparkle. When they're agitated, they...
Yeah, that was a nice little boat trip.
Yeah.
All right. Chrissy?
Mine are all the kitties that I met in Puerto Rico. And it was wonderful, just sitting around, and they just... Remember that one that sat by us in Old San Juan at the restaurant?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I called him Pedro.
You kept
I found him in the hotel. Then later, I've got a picture.
Well, that's a different one.
Oh.
But yeah, no, this was one that was just... He was yellow, and he would hang out when we were having our meal after our tour.
Yeah. I have so many pictures of cats that I've sent to you.
Even at Copa Marina, the two little kittens that were hanging out with us at breakfast.
We got pictures of you petting those cats too.
I know. Kitties were everywhere, and then a couple of little random iguanas were fun too.
Yeah.
My favorite wildlife moment was I was on the Allure of the Seas for Royal Caribbean, and I got invited to the Brazilian steakhouse, where they brought a lot of different skewers of animals that were nicely roasted, seasoned, and they would slice it.
That's not
And you had a beautiful meal, a lot of meat, delicious. Thank you, wildlife moments that gave their lives for that wonderful meal. So if you're on a Royal Caribbean and they have the Brazilian barbecue place, I'd recommend it. Worth whatever you have to pay for that is worth it because that was good. So, what was the favorite thing you ate? Okay.
Back to MSC's Ocean Cay. They have a lighthouse restaurant and bar right at the tip of the beach. And they had the most amazing crab cakes.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, they were delish.
Okay. All right, Tim.
Pastel de nata in Portugal.
I'm surprised you haven't learned how to make them and you're making them upstairs.
They're very complicated.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Tam and her.
Mine is a meal, and I know you guys love it too. I like the brunch at the Wake on Virgin Voyages for two things. They have the best, what's the soup? Clam chowder. Oh my gosh.
One of my first things
I know it's weird with breakfast, but that clam chowder you could have every
so
time,
good.
every meal of the day. And then they have a eggs Benedict that has a pork belly fried thing on like a, I don't think it was English muffin this time. It was on some kind of bread with that and this awesome hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, the food on that ship consistently, every single meal is amazing.
That brunch show at the Wake,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
All right, best drink.
You skipped pizza.
No. Pizza's after drink.
Oh, best drink.
Beer at Oktoberfest.
How many?
I don't even know.
Oh, that's a good trip. Okay.
Mine was the mango margarita with a tahine rim at Garza Blanca's rooftop.
Ooh.
I've got.
so good.
I'm gonna, in the honor and spirit of Tamara, I am gonna break the rules and give two. First off, on Virgin Voyages in the test kitchen, which is their really different crazy meal. It's crazy, but it's well worth it. Highly recommend it. They have a banana old fashioned.
Ooh.
Very unique, very good. It was
That
awesome.
sounds good.
It was a little pricey for even Virgin because usually the drinks are better priced, but it was a high. It was. I could have that and it wasn't a lot, but it was very good. That, and then on the trip I just got back from the Majestic, they had a drink called the Majestic, correct pronunciation. That was almost like a creamsicle.
Ooh.
Very, very good.
Orange?
Dangerous, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know what the heck was in it, but we all love the Majestics. We're like, "Uno más Majestic, muchas alcohol," But I mean, the Majestic was very good. It's refreshing if you're in a pool and it's
Yeah.
warm. The creamsicle thing was good.
Yum.
All right, I insist to know your best favorite pizza.
I'm virgin.
Which one?
I just had a pepperoni breadhead, but I just have the cheese.
That's
But I
good
like
pizza.
the
Boring. Okay.
I know yours is the fancy one from
Okay.
there.
All right, Tamara.
In Milan, in Italy, I like prosciutto and rocket, which is arugula. That's my favorite pizza.
Prosciutto.
Yummy. I wrote a blog about this on the Cruising
yeah.
Foodie because I love pizza, and my favorite pizza place is the pizza joint on Virgin Voyages, and you can customize stuff there. So I get fly like a white pie, which is a white pizza, which normally I wouldn't get, but then it's very good. And then I have them put the truffle oil all over it. Whew.
So it's low cal.
Isn't that kind of
So
oil
what you're
the
saying-
healthy fats? Isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
But I need to go on a Virgin Voyage just for that. I mean, I
I
get just
would.
the wake and then the pizza,
Yeah.
and I'm done. That's all I need.
You're good.
Okay, good. Favorite coffee drink? Do you guys drink crazy coffee drinks?
The espresso martinis at Virgin Voyage.
Ah,
My favorite coffee drink.
Okay.
That was a wonderful way to end the evenings.
Any American coffee I can get in Europe makes me happy because usually their coffee is not our coffee. And in Milan, there's a Starbucks Reserve. Usually I'm very anti-Starbucks when I'm traveling, but when I saw that and I knew I could get just a cup of American coffee with milk or cream makes me very happy.
Yay.
I'm the opposite of Tamara. I love a Starbucks.
Yeah.
So any ship that has Starbucks, which Royal Caribbean all has Starbucks, I love getting what I would normally get aboard because it's a treat. And if you have the right package, you can get the drinks included, the Starbucks coffee included.
Nice.
So that's a really nice treat. The one I can't even tell you how many I had in my drink. So, but that was good. Okay, favorite group moment. We've got a number of group trips that I forget about. I've been reminded today of some of those group trips. Favorite group moment.
Mine was Virgin Voyage, and when we met the captain of the ship when we first
yeah.
went down,
Yeah.
we went to the galley, which is where we had a little bite to eat when we first got on the ship, and it had been, oh my gosh, 20, almost 30 years since I had been on a cruise ship. My mother had never been on one, and few of the people we were with had never been on one, and just walking in there, and he was so down to earth and so welcoming. I just thought it was a great start to the trip. We got a great picture with him, and that was nice.
It was more like he got a picture with us.
Right.
Because I think he knew about us. He wanted to meet our group.
Right.
He came out of his way to see us. He was coming towards us.
He was.
And,
He was, wait, can I get a photo?
Yes. So I think,
No, he was super sweet.
very
It was just
nice.
kind of cool, and I think people were like, "That was the kid."
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, he
just-
wasn't
yeah.
dressed up like a
No.
fine
Yeah,
fancy
you never
stuff.
would have known. You
Down
knew
to
he was
earth
the
and
captain.
nice, and I think that
Yeah.
kind of shows you the vibe and how
Yeah.
people are on that
Gosh, I love that
cruise line. Yeah.
Tamara?
Mine's a Virgin Voyage cruise moment too, but it was when we went to Nassau and we went to the Margaritaville Resort for the day and got day passes, and we all snuck up to the pool, the infinity pool at the rooftop,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it started raining, but we had a really good time up there. One of our people jumped in the pool with us, or dropped his phone in the pool.
Yeah.
Even though he was warned.
Millions of times, but we love him anyways. But
Yeah.
that was a great moment.
You know, this was a smaller group trip. It might have just been us, and maybe one other person. We were at Food and Wine, I think, or one of those at Epcot. and we tend to get caught in London because of the leaping leprechaun.
Yeah.
And so
me too.
we were like in this weird courtyard in the back of London. And like drinking our leaping leprechauns, and was Mary Poppins there, and a couple stars were coming in, and it was like a little unknown area.
That's why we had to sit on the stoop.
And there was a lot of people coming and going. It was very fun just to.
People watching.
It was not like, you know, they have nice fancy benches and restaurants where you can sit and people watch. We were literally on a stoop behind where there were characters, which were funny to watch people with
Somebody
them.
was singing.
Oh,
it was
Father Christmas.
It was Father Christmas. Yeah.
It was fun.
It was a fun.
I mean, it rained at one point, but
we were under the.
we were under the cover. It was just. It was
kept
fun.
running back.
We needed a little break at that point in time.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
All right, good. Your favorite? This is gonna be easy. Favorite mode of transportation? Now, it could be big scale or it could be small scale during the trip.
Me?
Yeah. Because Chrissy has like a deer in headlights.
I loved the little basket car.
Oh, that's
Madeira.
right.
If I go back, I want to do it again. But such a unique way to get down a hill.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I like the ship.
She stole my answer. Of course, cruise ships. Any way you can cruise is a great way to travel.
Yeah.
All right, good. Favorite souvenir? I had a good one yesterday. Now I can't remember what it was.
So.
Stuffed ham brought back.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's
what?
My stuff. That's my. Actually wrote it down. So when I went to Oktoberfest, I joined a group, and there were Germans from Munich that were our leaders, and they brought out this little bottle. It looked like white powder in a glass container, and they said this is what they do to like stay awake at Oktoberfest. It's eucalyptus and sugar. And you do like a bump on it, but
what do you mean a bump?
But it, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But then I was like, well, when in Rome, so it's just pure eucalyptus and sugar, and so I brought it.
It really clears you up.
It really does.
It's kind of like a sinus thing.
Yeah, so they sell it in the gift shops there. It's like $7. So I brought one home for you guys. It does it clears up your sinuses. It really does. Mm-hmm. So it probably tastes good too.
I don't really have a souvenir as much as I have. My mom bought me that silver ring on Virgin, which I don't have on right now, but she bought me a beautiful silver ring on Virgin, and I love it, and I wear it all the time, except today.
I don't usually buy souvenirs. I don't
Yeah,
think
we know.
Although I did bring a souvenir that we were gonna do today at this show. We'll wait for next week because we'll do it next week. But I did bring a souvenir. It's a surprise for next week's
It
episode.
better not be food because I'm cleansing.
It's right there.
In the studio. So, the favorite souvenir are the wonderful memories. I'll say that.
Aww.
But I'm not a big souvenir. I don't know. All right, now we're going to look forward to, so we've been doing the best of 22, look forward to, the places you went, what's the place you really want to go back to?
Madeira and Portugal. That's me.
Okay.
I would like to kind of spread out a little bit in the Caribbean on some different islands. But to go back, I want to do the Virgin Voyage Key West stop.
I'll do that with you too.
Okay. I mean, I'm jonesing.
No, that's a
As
good
soon
one.
as this arm can lift up a piece of luggage, I'm going.
Carry your luggage. Let's go.
Okay. I think a couple of the questions didn't make the sheet for looking forward, so I'm sorry about that. But
What?
There should be a couple more looking forward to, and they're not on there. But I'll say looking forward to. Okay, we each have our niche of travel.
Yes.
What's a trip that you'd like to take coming up for your niche that would help you sell that, but you'd also it's a bucket list thing for you? Does that make sense?
I kind of said that, but I'd like to go to Aruba.
So this year, that's your goal.
I have a lot of interest in Aruba. I know it's extremely popular, beautiful. I've been doing a little bit more research on it. Booked a couple of couples on a trip there, and I heard it's just a wonderful, friendly, welcoming island, and I'd like to give that a try.
Cameron, you always have a million.
Well,
We'll let you have
one.
two.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
It's a continent, and it's Asia. I'm going to conquer Asia this
She
year.
has small goals, you know? Well, Asia is a hot travel spot now as it reopens. China's going to be reopening, although there's a lot of red tape. If you've ever thought about going to China, you're going to do it soon. You want to work through travel agents because there's a lot of red tape
I
to
wouldn't
get in
recommend anybody
and a
going
lot
there.
to come back. So you might want to hold off. But
there are other places.
there's places that are opening up. Japan opened up. A lot of those like Malaysia,
Thailand.
Yeah, all those places are opening up.
Yeah.
Hot spots, big spots to go to. All the cruise ships have moved over there. A lot of cool riverboat cruises over there. A lot of land tours. So that's really, Asia's probably a good spot to conquer. Okay, all right. I'm going to say I'm going to conquer riverboating because I booked a lot of riverboats and I have not yet been on one. So I have a couple goals. I want to go on a couple myself, but I want to do a group one. There's I mentioned it here before, like a food and wine through France on a riverboat one. I think would be awesome. So
Nice.
that's one of my goals for that. And I think that's the best of right there. Unless there's anything else you want to say best of. I don't want to cut anyone off.
No,
It
I
was-
think that was good.
It was a good year. It really was. I feel really lucky. I'm very grateful. I got to go a lot of places and do fun things and be with fun people.
Awesome. So now we're going to turn towards our normal TGLT update kind of stuff. And we've got a couple training, believe it or not, some training, big experiences coming up that we share with you so that you know why we call ourselves travel specialists because of the amount of training we have. So Tamara, you got one coming up in a couple weeks, I believe?
Yeah, well,
Or about a month?
Yeah, I'm going to Asia. So
Well, she just made the goal, and now she's going to go conquer.
Wow,
I
now
made the goal a long
Fast.
time ago. But the opportunity came. So, like I'm going with a travel agent forum. This one's called Amazing Thailand. You had to apply, be accepted, which I did. It's a very limited number of agents, and we get to explore all over Thailand with the conference. And then there's a post-fam afterwards. So I had 9 choices. I picked my favorite 2, and I'll find out, I hope today, which one I get to do. It was really hard to pick because there's, like, one has flower markets, which I love flower markets, but one has beach time, which I like beach time too. So it's like, what do I pick? So
You put beach time down?
well, like the resort is amazing, and you're on a boat all day, and some of it was a little like snorkeling. That's not me, but
Wow.
yeah. So I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm very, very excited about that, and I'm gonna go a little early, I think, and do some things. So, yeah.
I'm leaving this weekend for, I think we've mentioned here before, we're part of a host agency that has over 7,000 agents across the U.S., one of the premier host agencies, and we work with them to kind of make the partnerships that we need to get the training we need, connection, all that good stuff. So we work with the host agency, and they have a large conference that's training, networking, all that kind of stuff in Orlando. So I'll be going there this weekend, and I'll be there for, I think the conference is five. Travel agents make the worst travelers because I haven't even looked really.
I don't even have my airfare yet to go.
Well, I had my airfare. I forgot I had my airfare because you actually said, did you book the airfare? I'm like, no, not yet. And then I got a thing from Southwest saying, confirm your flight. I'm like, ooh, I guess I did book air. So, yeah, so that'll be coming up this weekend, I think. I got to do some laundry.
How long are you gone a week?
I don't think it's quite a week. I don't think. But there's going to be one-on-ones, which I absolutely love because
I do too.
those one-on-ones I can ask my specific questions. I should ask you guys if you have specific questions. I need to ask your people, and I'll show you the list of who's going to be there. Because then I can say, how do I do this with groups? How do I do that? And you can really pick their brains.
Yeah.
I love the one-on-ones. That's the best, I think. People are pushing. Like sometimes those conventions, those shows, have the exhibition hall where there's people pushing and shoving to get the free junk, and then there's people just BSing or show-offing. This, you just are one-on-one. You can just have that time and really, yeah. All right, upcoming groups.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone's favorite part. Just a friendly reminder. If this crappy weather gets you down in the dumps, there's still time to join me in the Southern Caribbean aboard Celebrity Millennium. We're going to hit some St. Kitts, St. Thomas, Barbados, St. Lucia. Great winter getaway. San Juan, Puerto Rico, so there's still room if you want to do that. Looking ahead, in June is our Alaskan trip. We have just room on the cruise only. So if you just want to do the 7-night cruise, we have room for that. September, right around someone's birthday, Hawaiian cruise. So we're going to have to start pushing that because that'll be a fun one. Just read some people talking about things they did because some of those are overnights in some of the ports on the islands. So they go, and some people were talking about they got up at 3 in the morning. They did some kind of motor or some kind of bicycle thing up to a volcano that you see the sunrise and you're at this volcano.
Diamond Head, maybe?
Yeah, I think that might have been it. That sounds familiar. And I was like, none of those things except the sun rising sounds cool from the volcano, but I don't know about biking and hiking. No, but the fact you're going to be in these ports overnight, I mean, it sounds, The one agent said they've done it 3 times. This cruise, they love it so much. So I'm really excited. I've never been to Hawaii. In September, what a good celebration. And it is a big birthday for someone here, so
I know.
this isn't you, is it?
No, but our birthdays are very close to each other.
Yeah, but you had a big one last year, right?
Oh, you have a big one this year.
Yeah.
That's
A
right.
big one. There's a 0 at the end.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
So if you want to celebrate the big birthday, 20, you can join me in Hawaii. Riverboat. So we are going to do, we're going to get a group together this year. So one way or another, we're going to have a riverboat cruise night. So stay tuned for information on that. And we're going to get a group together, maybe 2, and the more the merrier, because I think riverboats, everyone that goes loves it and has a blast. So I think this is what we're missing. We're going to have some fun. Spring Break 2024, an awesome Caribbean cruise. Great rates. They're locked in. Well, I locked them in a couple months ago. So you're getting 2022 rates for a 2024 cruise. And you know gas prices, everything goes up. So if you want to put a low deposit now, save that, do that. And those are the cruise ones I have right now. Oh, and Mediterranean, but I'm going to announce that soon. Good.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite segment, Cruising with Michael. So, all right, anything new or exciting in your niche or fun bookings? This is where I open it up. Anything that you want to share?
I have 2 things I want to share. First of all, on Facebook, we are sort of segmenting out our niches into Facebook groups. So there's like a Cruising with Michael, Traveling with Tamara, and then Chrissy, I know we're working on something for you too.
I know, we got to get a fun name for Chrissy.
Yeah. So if you would like, I'll be putting a lot of things about Europe and my travels on there. Michael would be doing the same. Go to Facebook and join those groups.
That's a good point. And so those will be very specific, those groups, to our topics and be more in depth, but we'll still, the main one will have pull from all that stuff, so you'll get the same fun information on the main page, but then you'll get, if you want to go deeper, if you're thinking maybe Ireland's for me or Portugal, you go to that page, you're going to see a lot more information. You can search for those specific topics on that group, you know. And we'll be doing surveys. We can do surveys on our thing. So what's the next tour? You know, we're talking about doing an Ireland tour with Tamara. What's somewhere, if you go to Ireland, you want to go? You know, we can put that stuff on those groups. And we can have a lot more fun interaction on those group pages. So very excited about that.
Then the second thing I wanted to mention is about insurance. And it's something we talk about with our clients, but if you're traveling and you're not using the Good Life Travel Company, we're just going to do a PSA right now. When you travel, really consider getting insurance. I think this last weekend showed us how important travel insurance is, because if you booked your own all-inclusive and you booked your own hotel or your own air and you were not able to make your flight, that resort doesn't care. You still have a reservation with them, and
They're making their money.
yeah, oftentimes you're just going to lose out on that money. So really consider travel insurance when you're traveling. And this, I read yesterday about a woman and her daughter. They were on a cruise. The daughter was in her teens. She ended up with appendicitis.
Oh, I saw that too.
Had to go to the hospital in a foreign country. They did not have travel insurance, and their passports were about to expire too.
Yeah.
So they were in,
mess.
and it was a mess. So they now have a hefty bill to pay because of that medical emergency. And you wouldn't think about a 14-year-old or whatever having a medical emergency, but it's just something to consider. Just wanted to throw it out there. I used to never travel with insurance, but I've changed my tune on that.
Along the lines with that PSA, I'll make a PSA for my niche, but I think all of our niches, this wouldn't affect you guys as much, because you guys both pretty much require passports. Obviously yours, and most of yours are required. A lot of people will say, oh, there's certain cruise itineraries you don't need a passport. I tell everyone, get the passport, and here's why. A family of, I think it was 8, was going to Princess Cruise. So this is a premium cruise line. They've spent a lot of money, great itinerary, and they got some wrong information from someone that they could just show up with a birth certificate and a license, and Princess wouldn't let them on. Now, they were bashing Princess online, but they had to have a passport, and this is why, whether the itinerary specifically says you need it or not, you're in foreign countries on a cruise. You should have your passport. So that's why my PSA is get the passport so you can do any of our travels. You can book with any of us amazing trips, but you're always covered, especially on cruises, when sometimes they say, oh, this is a closed loop, you don't need it. you need a
get it,
passport.
yeah.
You should have it with you.
Yeah.
It's just as critical as a driver's license
Yeah.
inside the state.
It's easy to put it off, but it's really something important to get. So.
And the turnaround's not bad now. People are saying they're
No,
going to get
it's
quick
good,
and
yeah.
stuff. So if you need a renewal, check it.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't leave the country if you have 6 months or less before the expiration. So
Right.
just check it. It's a good time of the year. You know, you check your smoke detector so many times. Check your passport. You know what I'm saying? All right, Chris, you got anything you want to share?
Nothing. I'm just working on quite a few last minute spring breaks for families.
Good.
So we still have availability on that. Not too bad of prices and some good airfares. So if anybody's looking for a last minute spring break, let me know.
Yeah, I know you've got some openings, right? Tamara, yours are getting kind of taken up a little
I
bit.
can still find stuff. I just did a family they're going to Lisbon, Barcelona, and Venice over spring break.
Nice.
So kind of an interesting combo, but
Yeah.
just booked them last week.
Cruises are, it's getting tight.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've been looking and some ships are completely sold. Some will just have like inside and like the expensive suites left. So I mean, we could still get you somewhere. There's still some
Yeah.
spots for stuff, but
Who doesn't want to get out when it's cold and
Ugh.
dreary here and get into some sunshine?
Right.
yeah.
Good time to go.
All right, anything else you got?
No,
No.
sir.
So this was our looking back 2022. Next week we're gonna pre-record because yours truly will be gone. We're gonna pre-record it, and it's gonna be looking forward to some great travel opportunities, a lot of fun things coming up, and we're gonna open the souvenir I brought back for these ladies.
Yay!
And even if you're eating a healthy lifestyle, you're gonna still take a bite. Okay,
No, I
so
can't. No
whatever.
sugar.
there's no sugar in these things. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching our Travel Talk Tuesday. This is like I think episode 35. It's kind of a
Oh
milestone.
my
Wow.
goodness.
We should probably be giving gifts like paper or wood or what do you do? I don't know. I know one's silver, one's gold. I don't know what you do at 35.
Probably something decent because that's a lot.
35.
is a lot.
I think this is 30. Maybe it's 36.
Yeah, but we're weeks, not years.
So yeah, so stay tuned for our next week's, and thank you everyone for watching, and always stay tuned to Travel Talk Tuesday. Let us know if any of these trips sound good. We'd love to book you and take advantage of some great deals going on, some great trips that we would love to hook you up with. So
Thank you.
thank you everyone. Have a good week.
Bye.
I'm not gonna fall this time.